and it's summer shred time. Today we're going to be going through an upper body workout, and I'm going to share with you some techniques, tips, and tricks that'll not only work in this workout, but you can transfer it to your other workouts and get really great results. So the idea here is to keep a quick pace, but keep that tempo slow and steady for each rep. We're still working on maintaining that muscle as we lean down. If you missed the last video, I'm gonna leave a link below. That's the summer shred lower body workout. Now, as you know, it's not possible to spot reduce or lose fat from a specific area. But what these workouts will do is it'll help you burn calories, turn you into a fat burning machine, and get you leaner overall. So without further ado, let's train. We're gonna start this workout with a couple of Landmine Supersets. Now, if you don't have the Landmine, dumbbells are a great option. So here, if you're used to doing a double arm T-bar row, we're switching it up. We're gonna do single arm T-bar row here. Start with your non-dominant side or your weaker side. And really think about extending your arm down and retracting that shoulder blade on the way up. Keeping your forearm perpendicular to the bar as much as possible. Now you're gonna go straight into standing shoulder / chest press. So it's gonna hit those front delts, it's gonna hit upper chest, and we're using the same arm here. So this is a little bit different than the traditional superset where you'll perform the exercise on both sides, and then you'll go straight into the second exercise. So what we're doing is we're doing everything on one arm, and then we're going to go ahead and switch. With this, try to keep that bar as close to your body as possible. And I'm going to flip around, go right into single arm T-bar row, this time with the stronger arm. For sets and reps here, you're going to think about doing 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Really get full extension. Think about your elbow as the anchor. So your forearm all the way down to your hand is simply an attachment of the weight. And this can help really take that bicep out of the equation. Once again, flipping around. I'm going to do that chest shoulder press again. Now, if you're using dumbbells and you have a bench, incline bench is probably the closest you'll get to this if you don't have the Landmine. Elbow always stays under the bar too. This is really gonna help with stability. It's gonna help you focus on pressing with the front delt and your chest. Don't use momentum. Keep your body nice and still. Now, 30 to 45 seconds rest is what we're looking for. Next up on the Landmine is a superset of upright row and kneeling Y press. I love the Landmine for upright rows because it really puts that elbow and that wrist into a nice safe position, and it's a little bit of a different range of motion. Now, if you have a dumbbell, you can just simulate this motion by reaching a little bit across your body and pulling the dumbbell across. Here, this is going to work the medial delt and the rear delt. Leaning forward just a little bit. Going straight into that kneeling Y press, making sure my body is about parallel to the bar here. And I've got the bar slightly in front of my body and allowing the bar to guide my range of motion. So it's going to be nice and close as it gets closer to your body, and you're going to push it up and out. And this is also going to hit those medial delts. You can hit a little front and a little rear. Focus on keeping that core tight. And you're going to go right into the upright row on the other side. Feet are about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, maybe 1.5 times shoulder width. Always wrapping my thumb around the bar too. This is really going to help with stability. It's going to help with wrist health. And so 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Now work really hard to get into that same exact position on both sides. So you want that bar just slightly in front of you. And you want the end of the bar to almost touch your shoulder on the way down. I'm using lighter weights here too. Y press is a pretty difficult variation of a shoulder press, so you can't go as heavy. Body still, core tight, and between each superset, you're looking for 30 to 45 seconds. Keep that heart rate up. Next superset is a lat pull down followed by a decline push up. Now, this is a really great machine here. It allows for pretty much single arm motion here, so you can really see with the double pulleys if you're pulling evenly. Not all gyms have this. Feel free to substitute with a wide grip lat pull down overhand grip. And if you happen to be training at home, you can always use bands. Now, if you're using something like bands, keep in mind you want to do partial reps because you want to keep that constant tension and you want to make it difficult on those muscles because that's what's going to help them grow. So here I'm extending fully upwards, retracting that scapula on the way down, and a nice squeeze at the bottom. This is really going to help with that mind muscle connection. It's going to help get you into proper pulling form. And I'm trying to target the upper back here, a little bit of those rear delts, working on building that superhero frame. All right, so we're going straight into decline push-ups. This is as many reps as you can do. And when you have an AMRAP situation, as many reps as possible, typically what's going to happen is you'll get maybe 15 on the first one, then you get 12, and then you'll get 8, and then you might get 7 or 6. So here, body is in plank position always. Spine is neutral, not looking up nor down. And I have my elbows out just a little bit more. I find that it targets that upper chest. Moving on to our last superset. This is dumbbell rows with a dumbbell, we'll call it a plate press. And with the dumbbell rows, you want to make sure that you're performing the exercise evenly on both sides. Make sure you're using that bench for stability. So the rest of your body should stay nice and still. Shoulders should be square to the ground. So you want your shoulders parallel to the ground the entire time. Don't twist that working shoulder upward. You're going to end up working some other muscles that you are not intending to work. Try to keep the elbow nice and close to the body. Now, as I switch, I pay close attention to where that foot placement is, where that knee placement is, and where the hand placement is. This is going to get me into a mirror image from left to right. So full extension, keeping that forearm perpendicular to the ground, pulling through that elbow. And this is going to ensure that I'm pulling with my lats and not something else. So nice and slow, really focus. Now from here, you go straight into that plate press. Interlocking hands around that dumbbell. Thumbs are under the dumbbell. This is really important. This is for safety. So here, keeping the elbows nice and close to the body, bringing that dumbbell down, and think about squeezing your hands together too. This is really going to train the pecs. Hit a little bit of those front delts too. And you can always play with tempo. So what I like to do is power it up, really power up on the way up, and on the eccentric or negative portion, slow and controlled. Finishers are great for fat burning. So we're gonna do 2 sets of these. This is a renegade row with a push-up. So 2 sets of as many reps as possible. Now, when you're into those AMRAPs, make sure your form is not degrading. So form is going to be key here. If you're performing this exercise and your form starts to go down the drain, you're just going to hit muscle groups that you're not wanting to hit, such as the traps or even lower back. So feet should be about 1.5 times shoulder width, give you a nice base for stability. Use proper pulling form, go straight into that push-up. And rep it out. Take about a minute and then repeat it. Then you're done. If you're looking to create your own workout, always consider compound movements over isolation movements. Compound movements are multi-joint movements. So this is where more than one joint is working. This is something like a lat pull down versus a biceps curl. For those exercise combinations, if you're doing supersets, think about using a push and a pull. What this is going to do is it's going to help you with that active recovery. So while one muscle group is working, the other one is taking a break and vice versa, but your heart keeps pounding, so you're getting those cardio benefits while you lift too. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and joining the Fit Fam. And if you try this workout, tag me on social media. I love seeing you take the workouts and make them your own. Thanks for watching. Until next time, train smart and train hard, y'all.